Hey guys, looks like there's 7 of you guys, so we're gonna give it a minute to get situated, set up. Running a few minutes late, as always.
Been one of them days.
It's been a week, so we're glad it's Friday though.
Oh,
Yes.
trying to get everything situated.
Hey Jennifer, Bill, good to see you. Chris, good to see you too. Mike and Satchwatch.
Hi guys. Friday, it is.
Oh, thanks, Mike. I haven't washed it in a few days, and he said my hair looks awesome. I haven't washed it, and it wasn't a messy bun, and then I was going to try and fix it before we went live, but I was like,
And I
screw it.
I honestly just drove up and came into Steph's shop here, so we're kind of trying to get a lot of stuff done. I've been working on a Jeep today. I've got a 96 grand Cherokee, got the V8 in it. I gave $200 for it like 5 years ago. I've been putting on stuff, starter, battery, and old Chrysler wiring, anything, it drains that battery. So somewhere in the wiring, it's sucking power. I've unplugged all kind of fuses so no lights are on inside. Just making it just something to get me back and forth to Walmart or gym. So today I've been installing just a shut-off, just total shut-off. I've been running cable, drill holes in the firewall, running cables in there from the battery, so I have this inline shut-off. So I can just kill the thing, not worry about it draining the battery. So we got a new battery as well. So I've been working on Maxwell House too. Boy, I'm gonna have to have help on that one there. But we're just like everybody else. We're all watching money and trying to do things cheap as possible. So
Yeah.
And go ahead, baby.
I was going to say the weather has been awesome, amazing. Mike, I know you're here in this area, and a few others are probably in the Arkansas, Missouri area. And our weather though has been like high 80s.
Oh my God! Great weather to ride.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So Steve, I know you asked how's the weather, and Smitty, you said that it's actually raining where you are. So
let me check, guys. I'll see exactly what it is right now. I go to WeatherBug. That's the app that I use. I don't know if you guys have glare, but I use WeatherBug for my weather app, and it's taking forever to load right now.
Phil said he has one with a shut-off valve too, or a shut-off
valve. Yeah.
Shut off switch.
Yeah, I'm tired of messing with it. It is 74 degrees right now, and it's cloudy outside, and yeah, it's been a hell of a day. I mean, tomorrow, the 10-day forecast tomorrow, 80 degrees, 40% chance of rain. Saturday, well, tomorrow is Saturday, 73 degrees, 50% chance of rain. Sunday, 67 degrees clear. Monday, 65, then 53, 65. I mean, it's getting weather to ride, and ride you should if you can.
Yeah, Chase, you said that 80s already. You have to wait until June for temperatures like that. Yeah.
No kidding. Where do you live at?
Yeah, JC Cycles, you said it's only 36 there in northwestern Minnesota.
Damn.
Whew. Yeah, that's a little cold.
Yeah.
Just got into 80s in Lubbock, Texas. My chair just went down. If you guys saw me, my hydraulics let loose.
Nothing. I wish they'd build a Chevrolet and a Ford last 10 years like they do. I've got all these lyrics in my head, like snowball rolling down a hill to hell, and just all these little lyrics in my head.
Yeah.
And I wish I could play music. Like I was just listening to music because we got to be real careful when we're playing music, of course, on YouTube because they'll, put that little strike against you and monetize your video. I was just listening to Brian Martin. If you heard that at the beginning, he lets us use his music on our videos. He's a personal friend.
Yeah, I actually shared one of his videos a couple days ago. So with all the bars and everything shut down, he's doing some live feeds and videos of him playing just different things that he doesn't normally play in a bar setting.
Like Paula Abdul.
Yeah,
Badass.
That was the song. Yeah, that was the song that I shared. So you guys, if you have a chance, go check him out. Awesome, talented,
Brian Martin,
local homeboy.
He's a local dude. He's super awkward if you talk to him, and he really is something. This is, I'll show you guys so you can see, and this is his music. This is good. This is one of my favorites, and he wrote this. Brian Martin.
Oh, mama, don't you fear? Ain't gonna drop no bomb here.
Steph's turning it down. I really crank music. I mean, I play stuff loud.
Yeah.
That's probably why I can't hear very well.
Probably. So a couple of you guys have already asked any word on the bike.
There's no word on the bike. I mean, everything. So basically what happened is.
And a lot of them don't know.
Okay.
That.
Okay. I'm going to do a real quick rundown in case anybody. I'm got to get my bearings here. I'll tell you guys, I'm going to do a real quick rundown if you guys are just tuning in or you catch this video down the road sometime. I am TJ Thompson. This is Stephanie Thompson. They call me the Ornery One and the Ornery Squad. And together, we're the Ornery One. And you're watching the Ornery One's channel. And Steph and I show our life. I've been thinking about this a lot. I always say we show our adventures traveling on a road glide, 2019 road glide special, all over coast to coast and north, south, and the border. But there's a little bit more to it. We really show our lives. So we're giving you an insight on our life, us riding a bike and what's going on. And it's becoming more of just a thing that we show more and more and more. I don't know where that's going to stop, but that's what we do. And what's the point of our channel? Well, I get criticized about this sometimes. It's love. It's love. It's just getting out, enjoying people, meeting people, experiencing new experiences, and just showing it. And hoping along the way we kind of maybe nudge somebody to do the same thing we're doing, or maybe we're giving that, fresh view on things. Maybe we'll give you a different perspective on something. Because we do ride a motorcycle, but I wouldn't classify us as that biker. I never said we're a biker or anything. So, yeah, our channel is just us being us and doing some crazy shit, doing things we can't talk about most of the time. We can't show.
Yeah.
So, and everybody's asking about my bike because we just did a kickoff run. We left here in the Ozarks, ran down to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, cut 90 all the way over. You can catch our last video, us riding on the beach there, riding 90. We hit Daytona bike week for the first week, and then we headed back. When I got back, we did our service, 20,000-mile service. Heading back home, my bike blew up. And I mean, that's just all there is. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but my bike blew up. So we got it back and started tearing into it, figured out, Harley Davidson Motor Company, said send us back the motor. Stop right there. We're not going to pay y'all anymore. Just send us motor. We're going to send you a brand new motor. So we're getting a brand new motor on that Road Glide, 2019 Road Glide, Stage 2. So that would kind of give you also, oh my God, don't do that shit. But anyway.
And for a timeline, this was Tuesday. And last Tuesday.
Right.
And then Wednesday, Harley got the call and shut down the plant.
So between now and then and all the shit going on with, the outbreak and everything, so our motor is somewhere. We don't know. Did it get out? Did it on the dock? Did it get to the truck where it could ship? We don't know. No news. So we have no idea,
We were hoping for the best and that
it
Friday or this Monday it would be delivered.
So with that being said, I believe it was Tuesday that Denny's shut down because they're calling for everything to shut down in Springfield. So, of course, Brian, our buddy up there, he's got all his crew that he's thinking about. Actually, we have one of our friends in it at work. She's pregnant right now. So there's a lot going into it. So he just decided to shut Denny's down as well. So I don't know, guys. You know, it's just crazy shit that happens. I'm sure everybody has these things going on, but us, we do have that sense of luck to things, don't we?
I mean, we have good luck, and then we got some shitty luck too.
Yeah, we do. Oh,
and usually
shit.
when we get shitty luck, we get it at the perfect timing.
Well, we're showing you guys. So,
HG, you said, what was your motor? What was your motor? What size and stuff like that?
So it's a 114.
Yeah.
We had stage 2 done to it.
And 508 Dinah, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that.
I better watch this. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, 114 stage 2.
Yes.
We've done some stuff to it.
All
stay within warranty.
All under warranty, so everything's been covered. Harley stepped up; they're taking care of it. But there again, you know, here we are. It's unfortunate, you know, here we are due to things we can't control or nobody can. I don't know when we'll be back on the road. It's just like right now. If I had my bike sitting here, we would be doing some things right now with it. There's no doubt. We have some stuff in plan. Even with what's going on right now, Steph and I had some ideas because this stuff was kind of percolating a little bit, and Steph and I had already started coming up with ideas like, okay, we got this cool video. We've got a couple badass videos that we can do. Just Steph and I, totally away from everybody, doing our own thing. So, yeah, it's put us out. I mean, there's no shit to it. But we have enough content where we've still got videos. We'll have us continue the ride from the ferry on over, you know, going down 90 over to Daytona and Daytona Bike Week. We also have some more videos that'll be coming up. That's one thing. If you guys like this kind of content, and if you're watching, you probably do, you can look down and see the other videos that we have on the Ornery One here. Steph does everything on here. She's the editor-in-chief. Sounds pretty cool.
I do like that.
Yeah, she's the editor-in-chief. She's working really hard. Thanks, man.
James.
Thanks, James.
Tate. What's up?
Thank you, Mr. Tate. What up? What up? Not much, man. Just drinking a beer, talking about life. What are you doing? So, yeah, we'll have content. We'll have some more videos coming up for sure. And
yeah, and a couple of people you guys had last Friday, a couple of comments. And then Mike, Big Easy Rider, you just said, ask the dealership to loan your bike. That's something that we could discuss and talk about. I know with everything kind of shut down, there's not.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ride to places, and that's what it's all about. But a lot of restaurants and stuff like that are closed, so it's kind of a bittersweet, you know, kind of thing. But that's something that we can talk about and see what comes of that.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, I'm just thinking about seeing if I can just. That's what I was working on in the chopper about, trying to get it all. But even the parts I need for that, I can't really get the parts for that right now. Anyway, so that's kind of the rundown. What's going on with us? What's up with y'all? What are y'all doing? Surely you got something that can talk what's going on with us, especially what's going on out in the world today. We want to touch base on that and tell everybody our hearts and thoughts are with everybody. You know, some hard times ahead for sure. Yeah. I
do have to say though that, you know, we tackled Walmart today because we didn't have any butter and we didn't have any eggs.
Yeah.
So we were like, we got to go to Walmart. And I've got to say that it was a good thing to see that there was a lot of people out actually, and that the stores were not completely like picked over.
No.
And I don't know if that's like a change in the situation really, because like a couple weeks ago, whenever this really started, I went to the store and there was no meat, there was no ground beef, there was no eggs, there was no butter. And I mean, other than toilet paper today, I was able to get everything I needed. So yeah, I'm going to say that's a positive. And
I think so. And I do want to look at the silver lining in all this. I have been talking for 2 years about certain age range people getting up in my shit all the time. Just like right up against me when we're checking out or at the gym, just like right there on me. Well, guess what, man? Everybody's got their own sense of boundaries now, and I fucking love it. So I don't have somebody creeping up on me or getting in my way. I mean, you walk, everybody moves for you. Everybody's making eye contact now, which is crazy because everybody used to just like, brr. And now today, of course, I'm an eye contact person. I'm looking everybody in the eye, and they looked me in the eye, and we actually said, hi, how are you? It seemed like people were more in tune with like, holy shit, okay, you're healthy, you're doing good, good to see you. And they really seem like they care now. Like,
Yeah.
Good. We've seen people that we know, like always in Walmart, everybody was just like, hi.
Yeah, it was nice for a change to see people face to face other than social distancing,
that's where
online. So.
That's where the change is, folks. I really think so. I was looking at some past videos of Steph and I were kind of going over some stuff, and I was like, holy shit, I took that for granted.
Yeah.
Because if you ever go out with us, it's just like I'm really on. I'm up to people, we're talking, and I'm life of the party. So I do miss it. And like we got to go out right before all this shit happened. We went over to Eureka for St. Patrick's Day. I had a blast that night. We had such a good time. We have a really tight niche of I was going to say family. They are friends. And damn, I took for granted that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really did.
Bob, you made a comment, senior hour at Walmart Tuesdays 6 to 7. Yes. So that is something that I think is awesome. I'm so glad that they took that step to do this. I don't know how long they'll keep it, but I think even for a longer plan, even after this is gone, I think it'd be awesome just because Walmart can get crazy busy packed, and especially certain times of the month and all that. So I think that's a great thing, not only to do right now, but in the future. But,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. I think we're going to see a big change in the world.
Yeah.
We all know that. Anyway.
So yes.
Are we done with the
hope everyone
Corona
is
shit?
Doing all right through this Corona thing?
Yes, you guys. And we're all in it together. There's no doubt. Let's stay in tune with each other. And that's what I was going to also say is our closed Facebook group, and everybody's doing great with that. You guys posted tons of pictures of your bikes, and y'all are chatting.
Yeah, I think Mike, you had posted a picture and said, "Hey guys, drop me a picture of your bike and tell me where y'all are at." That was so good to see because you guys are all over the place, and there's some freaking good-looking bikes.
Yeah, you guys continue to do that. It's badass. And of course, I'll go through and like stuff. I scrolled down through there and I was just like, man, it made me feel good. It really did. And you guys got to help me right now because my ass is kicked. I mean, I'm telling you the truth. Let's hear a little whiny moment from the Ornery One right here. I am whiny. My bike blew up. My chopper, I let go too long. It needs some attention. Now we're, it's just like, oh my. And then you guys got bikes. And I'm like, right, show me. Go, go, go.
Yeah. James, thank you so much. $5 to chug your beer.
Oh, is it got to that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll definitely chug it for you. Stay tuned, though, right? Anyway, I think that's really $5 is a good offer, but surely, listen. Now this is me. Somebody top him. Surely I can get more than $5. I was just going to say that it will be chugged over the next 20 minutes. Enough money, I'll chug too. I'm not going to say that shit. I'm just joking around.
No.
Yes, I will drink my beer though, and I appreciate that so much, sir.
So, so what we kind of wanted to talk about tonight was motovlogging and what we use, what works for us, what hasn't worked for us. We've had a lot of people ask, what camera is that? What are you using for editing? And I know there's a lot of you guys that are motovlogging and even blogging about your adventures and stuff. And I think that's awesome. If you guys aren't, we still, that gets to you other than motovlogging.
May tickle you fancy. We got a new member out there. Thank you so much. If you guys don't
John
know,
Porter,
we have 3 different tiers to be a member of the Ornery One. It gives you some special perks. And And we really do appreciate it because that goes into our pocket that keeps us going. And trust me, this is all that keeps us going. We've got all of our eggs in one basket now.
Yes.
Isn't that exciting? Thank
you.
So we have been asked quite a bit, like Seth was saying, I get asked a lot about different things about vlogging. And for me to sit there and text all this shit, guys, it's just easier for me to just talk to you and explain to you a little bit of how we're going about it and what we do. Now, what we do is what is easy for us. So we, like most of us, we choose the path of least resistance. So this is, when you watch our video, or any of our videos, you're going to see exactly what we're talking about tonight. This is how we do it, and this is what we do. Man, my hands are dirty.
They're dirty. Blue Bike and Duel, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. It's
You got a
good to see
YouTube
you on
channel.
here.
You can go check him out. That's another thing, guys. If y'all got something going on, go over there and give yourself props. Talk about your shit. Let everybody know. You got a YouTube channel. You got an Instagram. You got Facebook. You got a ride. You got something like that. Go over there. Throw that stuff up. This is the time right now.
Yeah, if you guys have an event that you're putting on coming up, and Rose,
Rose!
$10 to check your... Oh, Rose.
Okay, if you don't know who
We know
Rose
where you work.
I may know where you live.
We know
Okay,
where you
so
sleep. No, it's-
Rose. Rose is a tech up at Denny's Harley Davidson. She's the new hand. She's been there for a little bit. Rose, I don't know how long you've been there. Forgive me. But she's always got some crazy ass hair, color-wise. And when I first walked in back there at Denny's, I'm a mouthy, running my mouth kind of dude. And I stopped and I was like, oh shit, because I want to be respectful. And I got the boys over and I was like, can I be myself around her? And they're like, yeah, dude, she's okay. She's okay. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I mean, I let my mouth run. And I say shit just to shock people. But so Rose, she's our chickie tech.
she said she ain't scared of you.
No, I'm scared of you, Rose.
I mean, it is halfway full. So, James and Rose. And Mike Gregel, thank you so much. Thank God it is Friday. Mike, you got that right.
There, Tate, Rose, I hope you're happy. You made me cry. That was good. There,
Yeah, that's
I did my deed.
James Rose challenge.
James.
Too good.
Yeah,
Too
so anyway, Rose, hats off to you, girl. You're doing a good job. We're super proud of you. Keep on doing what you're doing, girl. I want to make a video about you. We want to put you in the video.
Oh, Mike Myers, you just upped it.
Who?
He said 3 beers and a
Hey.
shot in 5 minutes and you get his bike for a week.
Jeez, I don't have anything to shot. Michael Gregel, thank you so much, man. I hope everything's going on with in all your situations. I hope everything's doing good. Our thoughts are with you.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Thank you for that super chat so much. What did he just say? I wanted to not a shot, his bike, and what?
3 beers and 1 shot in 5 minutes and you get his bike for a week.
Guys, I'm gonna get drunk and all the we got 27 people tuned in. We're gonna end up with 7 of you people on there.
Rose said that.
Good
job.
Well, thank you, Miss Rose. Good job to you.
Oh, if you guys, so a lot of you guys have dropped your Instagram, or not your Instagram, your YouTube and stuff on the comment section there. I appreciate that. Definitely take advantage of that because we'd love to share your channels and stuff like that. And I want to say, if you haven't checked out Phil's bike, Phil Kearney, he has a really, really pretty blue. And if I'm wrong, Phil, correct me, but it was like a custom colored paint, like a Chevy paint, or Chevy color. It's like a blue. And I told him it reminds me of Blue Hole here in the Ozarks, a little swimming hole, because it's just that blue, deep, kind of bright blue.
Mm-hmm.
So he said he's going to change his name to Blue Hole and Phil. Yeah.
Oh, good God.
Yeah,
pretty bike, no doubt. Yeah, you guys, let's say, give you props over there. A lot of you guys, we talk a lot, and we hear a lot about moto support motovlogging, support all this. Yes, we totally support you. This is the time to do it. do it right now. We have a lot of people reaching out to us, wanting us to post their stuff, and we don't necessarily do that. We're Steph and I are working on something like that because we think it would just fill our feed up with a bunch. And if I do it for one person, I'll do it for everybody. And I've got to figure out a way to do that because you understand what I'm saying. And there's a lot of you guys doing some cool shit. And we're just, this is all growing. So we're all growing together. So we're going to figure some stuff out. I think we're going to do a lot of stuff on the website. I think it'll be really cool. But we're going to see what happens.
And thank you for that super chat, 508 Dinah.
Thank you, 508.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to add a page, just really quickly. I'd like to add a page on our website that supports other moto vloggers. I know there's an awesome group on Facebook, and of course, like the hashtag support MVC. I know Blue Black or Dual, sorry, you had just threw that hashtag up, and I appreciate that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I think that it would be good to have that page on.
Yeah, and there's a lot of you guys out there, like I said, doing a lot of stuff. There's a lot of podcasts. And we've been in contact with podcasts. I said, yes, I'll do podcasts, but it seems like it doesn't work out. Of course, we're moving on time. But one I do want to talk about is Dan, Dangerous Dan.
Yes, Danger Danable.
Yes. So I talked to Dan earlier this week. We're going to do a podcast next week. He's hooked up with some dude. He's going all the time. You can go check him out. We met him in Sturgis. He just fits me. You know, me and him just kind of get along. Jason Jones, thank you so much. Got a new member. I appreciate that so much, man. Thank you. So yeah, we met him up at Sturgis on Main Street. He just rose up. He rides a chopper, keeps the damn thing going, and he rose up, and it was just. I've seen him online, right? And like we see people online, like you see us online. And then you see these people face to face, and I'm just sitting there looking at him. I was like, he's a real blah, 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 blah. And he's a blah, 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 blah. He stops, and it just so happened he had just enough space to kind of roll his bike into us and back it in. And we're just standing there. I leaned up on the pole, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, well, by God, he is as ugly as I thought he was. Of course, he's looking at me going, and he walked over to me and goes, are you that vlogger from the Ozarks? I said, yeah, I am. And I could tell he's looking like, yeah, you're ugly too. So me and him, we just go back and forth talking just about shit like we knew each other forever. So instantly, me and him connected. So this should be a really cool podcast because we're going to get into talk. And he'll bring shit out. So, and that's what he's wanting to do. And we also talked about riding Mexico. That's where it all really begun, the whole Mexico deal, which that's totally off right now. So the podcast is going to be neat. I'm really looking forward to that. You have to go check him out. He had, I'm going to try to pronounce it right. I'm not going to try to say it. I'll get it wrong. 21 Days Under the Sky. If you haven't ever seen that documentary, go check that as well. There's a dude on there.
What is his name?
I got it right there, but I don't want to hatch his name up. Anyway. Damn it. He just had a podcast with him on there, and I met him 2 years ago. Yeah, I was a big fan of him.
I want to say it's like Gladiator.
No, I got it, but anyway. Steph has pictures when I met him. I flipped out, grabbed him, his eyes got real big, and I scared the shit out of him. I flipped out.
But yes.
Corpus.
Corpus, yes.
Corpus. Thank you.
Corpus.
So in the video, he like starts out talking, and it's just badass. So that video really got me. And also, I watch a lot of Jesse James shit when he built that copper bike and all kinds of shit back in the day. And that's really what got me started. I love documentaries, so this is what really set us on the path of like, let's start showing what we're doing. So with all that, I'm just rambling fucking forever. We have here is a live feed. So Steph,
this is my notes.
This is notes. You're going to see us looking down. So this is going to kind of keep us on track here. So we're going to answer some of the stuff, and we're going to go over what.
I don't want you guys to see all my mixed up words.
I love
to keep
it.
me on track.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay, so first off, we wanted to talk about the 3 most essential tools that we use whenever we motovlog or when we're trying to capture that perfect ride to share with you guys, or that perfect day at the event or motorcycle rally or whatnot. So in our opinion, our 3 most essential tools.
Our workhorse, our plow horse.
Yes.
So number 1,
So I'd say number 1, and it's super simple, it's our phone. Because we probably, what would you say, 80%?
it's just easy. Use your damn phone. Like, yeah, it's every bit of that. Because
I was gonna say like 80% of stuff that we record is usually coming from our phones.
So I know some people that vlog and do some different things. They're like, I'm not going to use a phone. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use this DSLR, big old camera, and this and that. Cool. I'm not going to. I've carried that damn thing around. It's heavy. But it does draw some attention to you. So if you want to get some attention to you, get that big old Joey stand and that big old dead cat on top, that big camera. That'll get you some attention.
Yes.
But I do want to touch base on this. You get that big damn camera. You got yours right here, hon? Let Steph grab hers. We got one. So you grab this big camera with a big lens, and like I said, you put that big Rode mic on top, right? You get it setting up here. And you get this Joby stand. This is all that you'll see a lot of people use. We use this all the time. We use Joby a lot. I'm going to break it down to what I use Joby for. Steph's getting her lens on.
Sorry, guys.
Maybe you need to get a hammer.
No.
So, like I said,
I don't ever use this anymore, so I can't get it lined up.
Prolong the pause. Jeez.
Okay, you get the point, right?
Anyway, so you get all this shit together, right? You get that camera. That's going to bring a lot of attention to you. There's no doubt. But with saying that, guys, it's not going to do you a lot of good, because once you get all this shit together, as far as trying to capture the moment, people lock up. They won't talk to you, or you got those people that want to talk to you.
It's really intimidating.
It's one or the other. These people will just go up, and you can't get away. You can't do what you want to do. Or, like I said, they won't talk at all. And I mean, really, the whole reason we're out there is capture the moments as they're happening, and not. Let's see here. Let's get all this together here. And then I'm going to show you what I do. This is my Joby. I put this in my pocket. I've tried tons of different ones. This is what I use. A lot of different. Okay, hand me that. There you go. Here we go. There you go, guys. You can put a road mic on top of this too if you get the right little holder for your phone. You can put a road mic on top. You can. Or you can put the little adapter on it, and you can put a lapel mic. So these are the 2 things you got. This is huge. This is not. All this fits in my pocket. That's why I'm an advocate of the iPhone. Maybe Android, whatever. So we use everything that we have is Apple.
So yeah, that's our phone is number 1. It's the thing that we use all the time. It doesn't matter if it's just for a ride or if it's an event that we're going to. We make sure that we have our phone, and plus we already have it on us because
it's there.
It's there. It's easy to get to. And nowadays, the new iPhones and stuff, not just iPhones, but Samsung, Android, all that stuff, the cameras that they're making into these phones are freaking amazing. And the capabilities that they have is getting to the point where it really does match up to some of the cameras that are out there.
Now, there's going to be some of y'all going, bullshit, I can get better picture of that camera. Yeah, you may be able to, but not this guy.
Not everyone knows how to work a camera as far as what settings and stuff like that. And of course, there is the auto settings on there, but even, I mean, I get thrown off sometimes because I feel like I can get a picture not so much better, but probably the exact same quality and a lot faster from my phone than this.
You know what I'm saying? It's quick. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Hit my phone. Boom, boom, boom. I've got it. I'm like, ha, 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 ha. I got the moment. Now, another thing about the phone I like. I can airdrop. Boom. Drop that shit right then. I'm like, Steph, I got this badass shit. She's like, oh, drop it to me. I'm on the bike. Bah! She's back here. I got to drop to her. She's working on stuff. Boom, boom, boom. It's a post. It's just like that.
Another thing I love about our phones, though, is because when we were carrying the camera everywhere, I'd have to turn it on, turn it to the right setting, take my lens cap off. If I was recording, I'd need to make sure that my mic was plugged up, not only plugged up, but also on. And then also the battery's always charged. So it was all these different things as far as whenever I have my phone, I can just switch it on and start recording right away.
Yes. Okay.
So for on the fly, which is a lot of what we do, the phone is the best tool for us.
Okay, so I'll go back to the phone. So I put a case on it. This is an iPhone 10. That's what I use. I get a pretty good sturdy case on it. Something I can put in my holder on my bike. I've also been known to kick my phone on my bike. I run the karaoke phone holder. So I can put that on there, lock that up there. I even flip that on. I can swivel. I can move that around. I can pan it around and catch some shit on that as well. That's kind of cool.
And Doyle, you said that you use the Galaxy S10. So really quickly, he said that we airdrop it. We do. We have a MacBook and then we have our iPhone, so we use AirDrop a lot. But if you don't have an Apple or iOS, you can always do Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, and then there's Microsoft OneBox or OneDrive or something like that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of options out there. But
yeah, so I was going to just talk about this right here, my tripod. That is a little Joby tripod, little bitty shit. Like I said, it folds down, all folds up, and then I can fold this down like this. It sticks in my pocket. So this and this, when I'm walking around, that's in my pocket. Boom, I break it out, I've got it. Love it. And I've tried multiple things, and I've sent them back to Amazon. That's one thing I'm like, that sucked, and blah, blah, blah. I've exchanged, then I just ordered me a different one. That's what I did. Now, the big Joby is good, though, because we do use it a lot for our phones as well. Not only
that's our second tool that we use the most is a tripod, whether it be that small one that fits in his pocket or our larger one.
Yes, absolutely. So good tripod, keep that on hand. We use, like you've seen, Joby make some. There's some other brands out there as well. This brand right here, what is that?
So this is Photo Pro. It's just something that we'd ordered off of Amazon when we first started going because it was cheap. The legs are bendable so that you can put them, wherever you want. If it's an uneven surface, also has a leveling thing so that you can,
So we had a bigger one like this too that was about as big as this, but it got stolen off a backpack while we were eating at some restaurant. I know that's what happened.
Yeah.
It was busy. We had our shit set nowhere. So this is pretty good too. You can go to Amazon. I just went to Amazon. I just look over the reviews. You can watch little videos too. Then go look at YouTube, look at these videos, kind of come up with your own idea. If you don't like the shit on Amazon and it sucks, like I've had some that fell apart and stuff fell off, I send that shit back and I keep stepping up. But these are the ones that we found that we use.
Yeah, and so tripods, we use those with our phones. Of course, you need to get like an adapter. Like this is.
You guys probably know all this, but we're just showing you what we use.
I like this one because it does turn. It's not fixed, so you're not having to record only horizontally, and you're not having to record only vertically. You have the option of going, either way.
But this little shit is it's all aluminum, it's all metal. That thing is badass. I carry it a lot.
Cool.
And then it's like we found these here, like Steph was saying, they are good. Guys, this is something else I'm telling you too. You guys are talking about doing this. It's great, man. I want you to do it and have at it. Hope I'll meet you on the road someday and we can all take pictures of each other. But I would say everything that we're talking about, don't spend a lot of money. I see this a lot. Like a lot of people go out there and get all that new shit, like the newest GoPro, the newest mount, the newest. Like we have a cheap. We want to stay on track here. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's that was one of our. That's
I just thought
one of our.
We're gonna get off on that as well. So the next workhorse. So we got our
Phones.
phone. We've got our tripods. The next thing that we use so much is the cameras on our helmet, which we use Sena.
Yeah, we do. We think that that's one of the another essential tool that you need as far as moto vlogging, is because not only can we communicate and keep in contact as far as like, oh, this is a badass place, let's pull over at this lookout and let's capture this moment. Not only that, but there's a lot of stuff that you catch while you're riding. And if you have a GoPro that's only facing forward and you don't have the mount that has a 360 like Rick Rack makes, you may only be able to be fixed on the road in front of you. And by the time you pass something badass on the side, it's already too gone and you can't capture it.
Too gone.
Yeah, too gone.
Yes, that is the truth. So that other workhorse is that Sena. We have that on there. With that all being said, though, you got to make sure you keep your shit charged. You keep, like, your phone's got to be charged. You got to have enough memory on your phone. That's another thing. If you go buy that phone for vlogging and you can afford it, you get the biggest son of a bitch you can get, because trust me, it's going to fill up quick. And we have to, you know, download and take shit off our phone constantly. And I think ours is 200 and something. How big is our phones?
Our phones are the 256 gigabytes.
And you'll need it. So
yeah, with our Sena headsets, I don't know if you just said this or not, I was answering someone.
Yeah.
We always make sure that we have plenty of SD cards, because
get them.
Of course, you know, you guys can get SD cards that are like the 128 gig size, but some, like GoPros and some recording devices, will only hold up to like the 64 gigabyte cards. Watch that too, but always cards on hand is another tip.
Make sure that card is formatted to what you're using, because you can be in a hurry, you slap that son of a bitch in there and it says no SD card. And you're like, what the hell? The sun's going down, there's a moose crossing the road, and you're not going to catch it.
Better yet, there was a moose flying across the road and you couldn't capture it because your SD card was not formatted.
It's happened. It's happened. I'll tell you what, the Legends, if you guys, we just put Legend suspension on our bike. Got it done at our Denny's. Steph jumped on the back. We'll get on the bike. Brian gets on his bike. We go riding. He has 3 or 4 2 cameras. We have 3. They all went to shit. Cannot believe it. I mean, cannot. It can happen to you. You just, batteries, or it didn't, you know, the car, or it's just have backups always.
So that's our 3 things that we want to use that we do use all the time. Our phone, a tripod, and our headsets. When we leave out of the house to go to a rally or go for a ride, we always make sure that our headsets are charged. We grab a tripod and we've got our phone on us.
Now, with saying that, if you can't and you already have a GoPro, use it by all means, because we use a GoPro all the time. The reason why I like our headset or our cameras on the helmet from the Sena setup is because I can reach up and go, beep, 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 and I'm like, oh, hey, you know, and you're off and you're going, right? And you're recording and you're go. Okay, so the GoPro, I've got to reach up there and like, hold that thing, beep, 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 make sure it's recording, and hit the record. So it's just like spare moments, but it's okay. But Rick Rack, right here, you can see, this is their clamp. It'll fit on anything. It's their clamp deal. You can clamp that on. It has a mount here to go for a GoPro holder. You can put that on your bar. You can clamp it, I don't know, clamp it on your finger. It's just, you can assess this, right? They also make a really badass one that goes on your fender. Oh, it's so cool. I just used it coming back. I really like that. But it is down there. So you've got to just kick it on unless you have that app to your phone. And then if you're riding, you're not going to be doing that. You may have your partner doing it.
Yeah, and that's one thing you said, Moto Sarge, is the most frustrating thing about making making content is when you get back and you realize that nothing recorded. That's a huge thing. So as a tip,
happens.
As far as, because we're riding 2 up, if he can turn it on when we get into a ride, and then I'm like doubting him. I'm like, did he really hit that record button or not? Because I can't see the little red light flashing from all the way back here. I can pull up the GoPro app on my phone, connect it to the GoPro, and then watch and see what it is recording. And I can actually stop it also.
Another thing, you can say, hey, adjust that a little bit. But if you watch like this last video of us on the beach riding up there, I've got one of these up here. And I've got the GoPro on it. I'm like, because I'm farting around, I'm having fun. I'm like, oh, I'm going to see what this shot's like. But the sun's over here. So you'll see me, and we're talking off our sentence, and you'll see me roll around. And I'm just trying to get these different shots. And I'm having fun. And then when we get back to the room that night, we go over all of our footage. I'm like, oh, that was cool. Well, that sucked. So then I start playing around with these different shots. And you kind of start like, okay, that worked. That was cool. Okay, now I'm going to do this time. I'm not going to do that. That didn't work so well. So like all things, you just trial by error. Just keep trying. But for me, if there was not this one, there would not be an Ornery One, because then we're talking about editing.
Yes. One question though, let's see. I'm not for sure if I'm saying your name right or not. Kahana?
Try.
Don't know. You had asked, let me go back over here. What do you plug everything into when you're charging on the road? Or do you individually charge one at a time or find a lot of plugins? So they have big power strips that have several different plugins into it. To us, because we don't have a whole lot of extra room because we're both riding, ride two up. So we use this. So this actually plugs 4 USB ports into it. So I don't, of course, I use like a block for my phone and for his phone, stuff like that. But we use a block with multiple things at one time, and it's compact. I don't have to worry about bringing a big strip or a block for each device, because you're talking about a GoPro. Well, we have two. We have a GoPro and a knockoff GoPro.
We want to talk about that.
The 2 Cenas. And then we've got the little DJI. It's a little handheld.
We want to talk about that.
We carry like a drone with us just in case you get in that position.
That's a tricky thing there too.
And then we have backup battery packs.
And then we got our phone. So This is the deal with us. This is, without a doubt, if you run into us out somewhere, I guarantee you right there we're thinking about charging. Always charge. Be charging. Where are we going to charge? Where we got internet service. Now, this is a big deal too, because like that we're sponsored by Custom Dynamics now. So when we go somewhere, I want to go live there. We couldn't in Daytona. No service. Or it was throttled. We don't know. So these things are always in our mind, like, oh shit, we got to do this, we got to do this, So, vlogging. Super cool. Love it. We're going to continue doing it. We got a passion for it. Now, if you want to go out and spend all that money, go right ahead. If you don't like it, though, because there's a good chance that a lot of people are going to be like, oh, shit, man. Enjoy riding a motorcycle. That's it. I want to make a video here and there and do this stuff. Totally cool. Just do whatever you want to do. But just remember, it's just a lot of shit that you can get involved here, and you can spend a lot of money. And I don't want to see you guys going out there and spend a shit ton of money. But if that's what you want to do, everything that we're doing here, we will tell you. We'll drop you links. We'll show you absolutely everything we're doing. We don't care. We want you to go do it. Live it up. Love it.
Yeah, my chair is slowly decompressing again. So a couple of you guys had asked about the balloon drone, and that would be so freaking cheap and easy because you already have your GoPro, or you already have your knockoff GoPro, whatever, action camera. Get a balloon from Party City or any party store.
Well,
I mean, a balloon and some string probably cost us.
It was 3 big ass balloons.
Probably cost us $10 to $15.
Yeah, I think it was $12 or something. I think it may be even a video. But yeah, so the thing of it is, with a drone. Oh God, you got a drone. Yep, you got a drone. But you know what? 3/4 of the time you can't fly the damn thing because it will tell you too when you bring that up. Like we've gonna fly it a couple times. They won't let you fly that son of a bitch.
Yeah, if you guys get a drone, be very careful as far as where you fly it, because you can get it taken away from you
And fined.
or fined.
And then if you're like, oh, I'll do it real quick, they won't know. But then later you're like, you make this cool fucking video, right?
And you post it, and then they see it.
It's fucking evidence, right? So you can't do that. So the drone, it's with us, and we've got some cool things. We actually got some cool shit that we were going to put in videos, and then we went and did some research, and we're like, oh shit, let's not put that in the video.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, like one of the things is you're not supposed to fly over a mass group of people or individuals that are not aware of it.
Now, how the hell are you going to do that? So the balloon thing. So we got down there to Flim, which if you know what that is, it's Blockhead putting on an event. And he had like Harley Tech there. He had Shade Tree Surgeon. He had Do It with Dan. He had some other people that I'm going to forget that really doesn't matter because they don't know who the hell I am. So it doesn't matter, right? But I told him, I said, I'm going to put a GoPro up, do a drone. They're like, oh, you can't do a drone here, man. I'm like, yeah, but I can get balloons. Well, John Maxwell, the heart attack, he's like, yeah. I said, no, I'm going to do it. And he's like, and we did. We went down to Party Central, and we got 3 big-ass balloons. I got some string. We got there, and I made a little cradle for the GoPro and had to test that and hold it and kept fucking around with it and got to the balloons and then just start reeling it up and let that balloon go. And then I just got with the wind, stayed with the wind, and pulled those balloons around and got some cool shots. We're going to do it again. It's just, honestly, I don't know how you can get in trouble with that. The only thing you get in trouble with is filming people that don't know. So, yeah, you can get balloons. Use your noodle. There's a shit ton of things you can do. But you're going to draw attention to yourself. If you're cool with that, do the balloons. I think we even put stickers on it that said Flim 2017 or 18, whatever it was.
Yeah, Tim, you said it was at the Ace Cafe in Orlando.
Yeah, you can do. The drone's really cool. It's really expensive. It's really techy. And I'll tell you, we had these, oh my God. So we went out to Laughlin last year, and then we went over there to Ottman, and we got up on a point there, and Steph gets a drone out. This is right after we get it. She gets this badass, like a stand out on a point, the drone's going around, like recording us. I'm like, wind's blowing just right, and my beer's, it's all great. And we're standing there like, oh, this is badass footage. And guess what? A week later when we got home, she didn't hit record. So
I was new at it.
None of that shit was recorded. But it was gonna be cool, man.
Yeah.
I had it in my head, you know. But that's one thing about this stuff, though. If you're passionate about what you're doing, even if you suck at the beginning, who cares? Just keep on, because you got the passion in you. You just keep on keeping on, just like anything else, and you eventually you'll make that thing go, oh shit, this is badass. But at the end of the day, guys, it's all our venture, and we're showing you our venture and the best that we can do with what we got. So make the damn record, make your video, do your thing. If it inspires you, do it.
Yeah, Gears and Gadgets, you said drones are awesome, but it is a learning curve and just expensive. It's they can be pricey, and then a learning curve. Yeah, this is the only drone that we've ever had, the one that we have now, and there's a lot of stuff to learn about it, as far as not just to control it, but also to download it, and then it saves it on its own card, and then recording, flying it back home. You can
really
have
cool
it track
though.
you. It's just
we were coming back, and we stopped in Tucumcari. We stayed in Tucumcari. And the guy we got, it's the Camel in the Skies where we stayed. Guy's super cool. We went in and checked in, gave us a room. I looked at him and said, hey, we're fixing to fly our drone. And he's like, well, I said, no, I didn't ask you if I could. I was just going to tell you that we were. And he's like, well, I see people do it all the time. And he said, but there are some cops out here. I said, okay. So we got in a room. The sun got about right. Steph and I were like, well, now's the time. Let's go. So we jumped on a road glide, and she drives that drone. She holds the drone. I'm going down the road, and we kind of, all right, this is time. So we stop. She takes the drone, flies it out of her. I wish we had this record. She flies it out of her hand, goes up in the sky. So we're riding, it's tracking us, and she's keeping an eye on it and all this. And then getting, we need to land that thing. Sun's coming down. Here comes the cops. There was like 3 of them out. I have no idea why. It was true though. It was right on.
And Tucumcari carries on like
It's
2 miles long.
So these cops are, I guess, doing their thing, hanging out. And I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna get in trouble. So I was like, the drone needs to come down. The battery was getting low. We were afraid it's gonna land on the roof or do something weird, So I was like, okay. So we just like watching the officers and they do their thing. We whipped into a parking lot. And she like lands the thing. She reaches up and catches it out of the sky. And it's like, and it does like, and it shuts down. She tucks it, boom, we're gone to the room. Yeah. And it just feels like your little kids like getting away with something. You're like, God, come on, let's go. And it was just.
But you got to be careful because I did catch it, and as it's landing, I can now catch it. But you got to watch it because when we were at Little Sturgis, I had caught it, and my pinky always kind of sticks out. So whenever I caught it, my pinky hit one of the blades and it sliced my finger.
It was blood everywhere.
Yeah, RD. Yeah, sliced fingers. It was bad. It was bad. Anyways, so yeah, phone, tripod, and our headsets for our helmets are the 3 things that we always use in every single video that we've put out there, motovlogging wise. Those 3 things have always been one of those important aspects of it.
Yep, that's what I would concentrate on as well. Like I said.
Yes, Brandy, you had to go get me Band-Aids.
Yeah, Brandy did.
Little Sturgis.
She's a blader.
Yes. Oh gosh. Sorry, I keep reading comments. Mike Myers said, make sure you don't get it caught in your beard.
Man, I got my beard caught in a drill today. That's in the back of it. In the motor part, just grabs a little bit and you're like, ow, and it starts stinking. You're like, Jesus. So what we're you guys watching, we talked about, we made a post about giving away stuff too.
Yes.
So if you're a member of the Ornery One and you're 100% octane, every month we do a reverse drawing. And then you have a chance of winning whatever we're giving away. We give away a lot of Santa, some rickrack stuff, of course, our gear and stuff like that. But we're also going to go live with our members this month, and we're going to do the giveaway for them. We're
actually going to probably do this tomorrow because of everything that's happening, and our month is almost over, so I want to make sure that we get it.
Yes. So if you're a member, then we go live just with our members, and it's a little bit more loose, and we talk about things. We see what's up and down.
Where's the emoji? That's what she said.
That's what she said. Use them emojis. We have special emojis, but we're going to be going live with them, and we just chat, and we do a monthly drawing. But this month, we were talking about everything's going on. Had a lot of questions about vlogging and stuff. I was like, let's just do something for everybody. And so on April Fools?
Yes, April Fools, and we're not fooling around.
Not fooling around.
We are giving away a Sena headset. It's going to be one of our favorites.
Yep. Used it many, many, many times. So all you guys, Steph will show you it. You reach it. I don't want to move and make you fall. All right. So we're going to be giving away the 10C Pro. Used the 10C Pro many, many, many times. I like the Pro. It's one of my favorite action cameras, actually. It's badass. Steph and I both rode with this many, many miles. So on April 1st, and Steph can kind of give you a rundown of how to win this.
Yes, so we're going to make a post about winning this. So from here until April 1st, we're just going to ask you guys to share either this video or our post, comment on our post, and then also tag 2 people.
Yeah, that's right.
2 people that you think would enjoy this as far as in their motovlogging, or even just if they don't motovlog, if they don't put their content out there, anything like that. I mean, this is an awesome product for anyone. When we first got our headsets, we recorded everything. And it was such a great learning tool for us because we were able to watch it back and see what works and what doesn't work. It kind of gave us an opportunity to learn, like, okay, well, we don't have to run this until the battery gets drained. We can kick it on in a certain part of our vlog, you know, if we want to do an opening or an ending and then catch some cool pieces that are coming up. So it's a great tool
Yeah, and
that
it
we
is.
want to share with you guys.
Yeah, it is. And, give a big shout out to Senna as well. They've been really good to us, which being good to us is good to you guys because that gives us something to give away for y'all.
I was going to say also really quick, so
Mhm.
sorry. Doyle, you said that battery packs and chargers, when we were talking about our block that we use to charge, you said as far as a battery pack and how important that was. And it is. And Senna, actually, who makes those, also makes battery packs. That's something else that we carry with us in our bag whenever we go places because it holds a lot of charge.
It
It's
charges
slick.
quick.
It's super thin.
I'm impressed with it.
You can put it in your back pocket. You can actually, as you're riding, if your headset's going down low, you can actually, it comes with another cord. You can actually plug it up, put this in your pocket, and be charging.
Yeah, they have a pocket where you put it in your pocket, but they also have a little deal where you can strap it on your arm real quick if you think that's going to be as well. Yeah, I mean, so we used those on the last trip, and they're already getting beat to shit. I mean,
they're getting scratched.
We use things, though, guys. If we're talking about it, it's because we've used the shit out of this stuff, and this is what works for us. There's a lot of things that I will not recommend. One thing I do want to talk about, definitely big on the Ornery One stamp of approval scale, gets a big fat 1. I mean, it just sucks. For me, for us, this is smooth. I've contacted these.
Yeah, you guys have seen the stabilizers out there on the market. You may have seen them in person and stuff like that.
The gimbal. Well, it's cool. It's a good thought, and it does work. But what'll happen with it? It'll lose contact with the phone, so the Bluetooth will go off. This thing will go flop over and start doing its own gyro, trying to do all this shit. Start shaking and all kinds of weird shit. I mean, it just. I personally would not recommend this at all. And it's big and bulky. Honestly, I can take my hand and be just almost as smooth. Not
it does have the cool feature.
Much, but
I mean, it has some cool features, and if it all worked, I'm not saying that all gimbals are trash, but this one is just not for us. It, like he said, it loses Bluetooth connection. So it does like recalibrate sometimes in the middle of you recording. It's called the Smooth. I know that they have a new one out and stuff like that. How well it is, I'm not for sure. But you can see how big it is.
That's what she said.
Yeah. For us, as far as, I mean, we try and keep our backpack that we carry only for electronics and our tour pack now. And it takes up quite a bit of room as far as one of those essential things that you really need. So.
Not for me, guys. Not for me. Not happy with that.
Okay. Do you want to tell our members what we're giving them
before we move
on? It's in that bag over there. So we hope to do this tomorrow. We'll meet with you guys members. If you guys can tune in, that's great. If you guys can't tune in, you don't have to be tuned in to win.
So we're going to do the Rick Rack gas keeper. It's a magnet that goes on there. I use this thing over and over and over again because I just take my gas cap off, lay it over on my lock, stays on there, put the gas in. This thing, it's handy as hell.
So you don't have to take your gas cap off and set it on the pump and then you can't find
So
it.
we're going to, this right here, this slim unit, we're going to give this away. They've got a lot slimmer now. Of course, it has all the features as usual that Senna has. The SF2, of course, the little cool keychain here, and one of our bags, so you can put your toiletries in.
Water resistant. It is Bluetooth. It has 1-to-1 intercom. Voice prompts on it also. Music sharing. You can connect up to, I'm not for sure how many people you can connect to with this communication. I'll have to read about it.
It's usually around 12.
It can be charged while on road trips. It also has the smartphone app too, so you can control it on your phone also instead of having to learn exactly where these are at and all that. I mean, you can do it on your phone as you're not as you're riding. Don't operate your phone while you're riding.
But what I like about these, everything's getting smoother or sleeker now, so it's not sticking out. and it looks good. I've seen them on,
It
and
does.
just look. So yeah, a cool little unit that we'll be giving away to our members, and we
And
do
this
this.
nifty canvas bag.
Yeah, and the nifty. Steph has been printing on them too, so it'll be just kind of cool. Like I said, toiletries. We use a lot of these little bags. So that's what we'll be doing for the members. We're going live and chatting and hanging out, giving a little bit of extra insight on what's going on, what we're thinking about doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Photo shower.
So, what do you think? Do you think we should just kind of take some questions here and go through our tips?
Yeah.
We do have a list of tips that we think are important that we want to share with you guys too.
I think so.
So let me see if there's any comments here, whatnot. Editing software. That's a good one.
It's a good one.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Also, what time roughly tomorrow?
What's a good time for y'all?
Yeah, you guys just let us know what time's good for you guys. We're thinking like probably 5 o'clock. It is a Saturday. Not too worried about people having a lot of things to go do because a lot of stuff's closed.
And I mean, if Saturday doesn't work, we can do it Sunday as well. This is our deal, so we can do whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you guys can maybe I'll put a poll up on our private Facebook group tonight. I'm just kind of ask you guys what time's best for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as far as editing software, 4:30 a.m. Moto Sarge, you're seeing those fine nieces, and hotkeys.
Not my thing.
Yeah. Smitty, you said you use Action Director 3 for your editing. I've heard people use all kinds of different stuff. There was a program, I cannot think of it right off the top of my head, that we used before Premiere Pro. I did try to use Final Cut before I did Premiere Pro. Final Cut is it's a large competitor with Premiere Pro, if you want to compare the two or know kind of what it's similar to. A lot of stuff that you can do to them or do with them. I use Premiere Pro because it is Adobe, and I already use Photoshop. I already use Flash Player. I already use the Acrobat and Reader and all that. So it's just, for me, it's all grouped up. They make a lot of products, and that's what I use.
Yeah, and then there's music too. So that's another thing you got to watch with your music, because you don't want to get knocked on your music.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Yes. Phil, you said that we're frozen. I hope connection is good. I'm going to check here. Somebody give us a shout out before we continue. Make sure we are good going. Our time's still going. So yeah, good now. Okay, perfect. Music, like TJ was saying. So anything that's copyrighted, of course, if you use it on your video, you can use it on your video if you don't monetize your video. If you're to the point where you're having monetization, you don't want to use the copyrighted songs and stuff like that, because you're dinged for it, and then of course you can't make money off of it because it's someone else's music.
Yeah, and I mean, we put a really cool little video together and Steph put it on Instagram, and within 45, before a minute, they'd already taken it down because it had music. And it was a cool ass song that I've always listened to, and it just fit really well with this video. And we're like, well, we'll put it on Instagram and see what happens. No.
Yeah.
They got us there too, because, we're just pushing the envelope a little bit. You got to learn. Yeah. And that's one thing with music, like I said. So I have these smaller bands that play, and artists that I listen to a lot, like we were just talking about Brian and Martin there, and he just said, yeah, you can use my music. Another one I listen to.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's a good point too, because there's a lot of artists out there that don't have the same audience as you have as far as the moto world. So just talk to people and don't be afraid to ask if you can use their music on your video. Give them a shout out in the comments or during the video even.
Yeah, broad. Yeah, I mean, that's Trying to think who else we've used.
Bridge City
Bridge
Sinners.
City Sinners. Okay, their music is like, I dig it, and it's just a cool, dirty ass little band, right, man, that travels everywhere. I got into their music some time back, and I kind of follow them on Instagram, and I honestly reached out to them on Instagram, told them what we did and what we were doing, and want to know if we could use their music. And they were like, give us props, and hell yeah, you can.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're starting to, that's how we're doing a little bit of the music as well. And it's stuff that I listen to, and I listen to it on the bike as I'm jamming down the road. It's like my tune. So,
yeah, F48 Films. That's exactly right. He said check out Epidemic, and I hope I'm saying that right. Epidemic Sounds.
That's what we use.
That's the website that I use, and I think it's like $12 a month, and you can use anything that they have listed on their website, and they have. You can search by genre. You can search by
tempo,
and how many beats, and
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
But setting your music to your video, that can, for us, like we can find a song or the music to lay in there immediately, and it just fits, or it might take forever. And that has a lot to do with music. Dropping in there. But there again, for me, I don't want to make a video that's all just a GoPro view of the road. You caught him. You don't want to make a GoPro video, that's how I feel, of you riding down the road, and it's just the road, and you're just like, whoa, and then just throw music on there. I think that for me, channel, and I'm going to make YouTube videos, and I'm going to talk and tell all this stuff. Well, it takes a little bit because it's hard to get on camera, and it's hard for me to just go into it and just jive along and say the spill and what you're doing, all this being natural stuff helps me so much. So play around with it. That's what she said. And watch yourself and try to put some stuff together. Steph will get a video done. She drops it to my phone. I watch it and I critique the shit out of the video. And I'm getting worse about it.
It's bad.
It's bad. I'm like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like this. And this should be in this. And she writes.
And then I get to the point where like, here, you do it. And then he's like, I don't know how.
Well, you don't really do that. It's just because we're trying to make the best of what we can, of what we got. And Steph, the other day she had 6, I shit you not, 6 pages full of notes that she wrote when we were going for the video, like little things that she seen and I seen, and then things that I kind of mentioned. She goes, well, I can do that here. And she's learning the whole time. So we really watched that video back, and we really, like this last video, I mean, you watch a video, it's just like, it's cool. That's a video. But there was so much shit that went into this video because it was over amount of time. We had all this different things going on. We were trying to record all this stuff. Some stuff we couldn't use. It's too dark. And it was a lot of time that went in. And then you'll have some videos that you don't spend much time on at all. And they'll like kick ass. And you're like, what the? But it's all about how you title it. It's all about what's relevant right there at that time. There is a science to this shit. And we do not have it figured out, but we're having fun doing it. And at the end of the day, guys, if you're having fun doing what you're doing, who gives a shit? You make your video however you want to make your video. You do whatever you want to do. You don't have to be. That's another thing. Don't be like everybody else. Don't even. I'll be honest with you guys. I have a lot of people always ask me like, did you watch this video or that video and this and this and this? And honestly, no, I don't. Because I don't want to watch somebody else and me get what they're doing into my head and then me kind of maybe imitate or be like them. I just want to have whatever's going on in my mind and be myself and enjoy it and be original. Don't worry about being a weirdo and being goofy and saying stupid shit and messing up because it's part of it. And if people are watching it and they can't forgive you for being real, you don't need them following you anyway. I mean, it's a. What do you want me to read?
Cheat Loves America. You'd ask that you're thinking about your future channel, and that is to play your own music. Will I have to worry about others using my music? I'm not for sure exactly.
Wow.
That question. That's a really good question, and that's something that's important that you should probably find out.
Cool, man.
We're not for sure because I don't know how you'd go about copywriting your music, or if you were to. if you were to find someone that used your music,
we find people that use our pictures all the fucking time.
Yeah.
All the time. Either the beard. We had a deal the other day, that stuff that she does her Etsy, Elements of the Oso, if you don't know what that is. But she paints on wrenches. And this picture that she took is these badass, that she painted, these badass wrenches that she did. You know, she put out there, people take that picture all the time and repost this. And it's like,
and I get it, because you find it on the internet and you're like, oh, that's a cool idea. I'm going to post it on my page and be like, hey, what do y'all think I should do this? And then
I don't know, guys.
Somebody who owns that picture sees it and they're like, why'd you take my picture?
Yeah, we've talked to
and
a
not
lot.
Give me props.
We've talked to a lot of people about this right here, and you got some people who go, well, you put it out there, it's not really your picture, and people say, well, it is. So it's like, oh no, it gets a little touchy.
So my advice to you, if you do put your music out there, your own personal music that you make, look into, I'm not for sure if it's a form you fill out, if you find someone else that's used it. I don't know if you can, hit that, flag it that it's your content or something like that.
And then there's sometimes that we've looked at this stuff too a different way, because it depends on your mood and the way you're looking at stuff maybe that day. There's a lot of people that's reposted or done something of ours in a way where they didn't really give us a shout out. That pisses me off on my bike, or you can see who it is, and it does lead to me. And then I'm like, well, okay. But we have a lot of people that say, hey, can we use your shit? I'm like, hell yeah, man. If you ask me, yeah. And so, yeah, it gets a little touchy there, doesn't it? But I would just say, though, man, you guys do your shit, man. Do your thing. Be you. Do it.
The flies are getting in.
And it's so true, too. If you have people, if you are yourself and you are who you are, and people are following you, they're following you for that reason. And if you're portraying to be somebody else and then you kind of change it up somewhere down the line and you're not who you were, those people aren't going to follow you anyway. They're going to see that. So you're going to have, and that's another thing. Oh, this got me up on the soapbox here. Another thing. You can buy followers, guys. You can buy your shit. You can have a huge ass number. On all of our platforms, you can go see, like our Instagram's like 6,000. My blog page maybe get close to 6,000. Then our YouTube, none of this shit. We're totally natural. We haven't bought anything. So you'll get into that too. Like I do. I'll look at some of these people, and I'll look at how many people they have. On prime examples on Instagram, you can see that they have these big fucking number of people following. Huge number, looks great. You see how many people they're following, then you go look at how many people like their pictures. It's a telltale sign. And that, in a way, too, is like, here we are running the road, and Stephanie and I, we are sponsored by Custom Dynamics. And we're teamed up with Denny's Harley Davidson and these other companies we're dealing with. So you sometimes wonder, well, should I just go buy all those followers and have that big number so they'll think I'm cool? Their status quo, that number saying that. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing. And I don't know, man. It's just, I guess I would rather it be natural. So all this stuff leads into, you guys know what's going in my head. I do see it. And I'm super proud of Steph and I for being who we are. We're doing our very best at being transparent, and our numbers are our numbers. If they suck, well, they suck. If they're good, well, it's because they're good, and we've worked for everything we've got. We've had nothing come easy on this, and we expect it no other way. So, yeah, put your shit out there and title that shit right. Look up your titles and your tags and all that stuff. It means so much, guys.
Yeah, so a lot of that is some of our tips that we wrote down that we wanted to share with you guys too. So keeping it simple. So he watches a lot of The Office. So if you guys are Office fans out there, Dwight says that one thing he learned from Michael Scott was KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. So that's one of the things we want to say.
Michael.
Keeping it simple.
Absolutely.
You don't have to spend thousands of dollars for the best equipment, especially if you're just trying it out and you're not for sure if you want to motovlog. So keeping it simple and using what you already have. We use our phones, and a lot of it comes from our phone, and that's completely okay as long as you're making good quality content that's entertaining and that captures the audience. It doesn't have to be a brand new DSLR or the top of the line GoPro. Nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't work for us. And so we like to keep it simple. Advice, we would say keep it simple.
Yeah, like GoPros, like we have a white, it's a 7 white, and then we have a knockoff. And that,
yeah, they're right there.
That knockoff, yeah, okay. So here's the GoPro and here's the knockoff.
And our buddy actually loaned this to us.
Sorry, Josh, still got it. So it's a little bit different as far as not as handy when you got the case on there. The case is actually in my bike, so I can't show you the case. As far as turning it on, it's a little bit more difficult. Doesn't have the app that the GoPro does. This is really cool. There's no doubt about it. But the quality, you can't tell any difference.
No. It's more affordable. I can't tell you exactly what the price is because I haven't looked it up. But and I think that's off of Amazon. Maybe.
I think they actually got these free. They filled out something and this
Maybe
company
so.
sent it to them. So
yeah. And this actually has a battery that you actually take out. You can take this out and put it into the little charging thing, or you can plug it straight up to this, which is kind of nice because if you have an extra battery, you can just switch it out and use this.
Yeah. And so, and then we were also talking about the DJI, the Pocket Osmos. I've used this a lot. I've stopped using it, to be honest with you.
It's really small and compact, and it has a built-in gimbal in it.
So the gimbal deal is really cool, but this is your screen. Is it power? Power. And there we go. So it's gimbaling up right now. It's doing its thing. Okay, you can see that the picture is really small on this. So, and the frame is really small. So you've got to really get that stuff. Make sure you've got it in frame, and the color is a little bit different. So she's always got to work on the color whenever she goes to.
Yeah, the DJI is not the only thing. Like because we use our iPhones to record a lot, there's a color grade difference as far as GoPro and our phones, or even our GoPro and our helmets. And you guys can see in the last video, I didn't even worry about color matching to the two different footages. So color grades, there's all kinds of stuff out there that you can apply to your footage once you're in the editing software to color match it. But yeah, the DJI does have a little bit of a color grade difference.
And you have to really watch getting stuff in frame. You've got to get used to that because it's a little tricky.
So this is one that it's worked, but it just doesn't seem like it's very important to us to always use. So it is a product that works for us, but not our most important want to have. Make sure we have it.
So what has happened is I had that in my pocket. Then I'd have my phone in my pocket because we always have our phone on us. Then I was like, what the, here I'm carrying around this and carrying around my phone. And that takes a minute to get up and going. And it takes a minute to get and make sure you're this. I'm just I'm up and going. I've got it. So it just came down to keep it simple. Path with least resistance kind of thing. And I just went, okay, then I'm going to start searching for a good little tripod. So that's what the road is, how we went down. I've had a lot of people ask me about the DJI. And then I was like, honestly, I would just, if you're going to, like, people ask me about getting it for their loved one's birthday or Christmas or something because they're wanting to vlog and stuff. I was like, honestly, go buy them a new phone. Get them a tripod. I mean, that's just my opinion.
One thing I wanted to say about this is pretty cool. Even though this is small, this you can flip around. So you just take it out, flip it around. It actually like this, but you take it out, flip it around like this, and you plug it up to your phone. And then you actually have your phone as the monitor.
Okay. Yes. So then when you're trying to catch that special moment that's happening in Mach 5 in front of you, you're turning this on, you're turning this around, you're plugging this in your phone, and then, oh, shit, like right there, oh, God, I got to take my case off because it ain't long enough. That's what she said, to get in there, you know, because of my case. Well, then, oh, fuck, I got to take my case off. So I'm taking off my case, and then I'm trying to get this on there, and then I get my app up, and I'll make sure this is all, and then it is
And by that time, the flying moose is already gone.
It is gimbaled, and it's cool, and then I'm like, oh, what the hell was I doing? Oh, it's time to go eat? Okay, well, then I got to put my case back on and then flop this around. No, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to grab my damn phone. I'm going to do my thing.
Yeah. Gears and gadgets. You had said you've gained a ton of gear trading mediocre content for camera gear, stuff like that. Got to get creative when you don't have endless money. That is so right. And so that's one of our tips about keeping it simple is you don't have to spend $1,000. You don't have to get the high tech, the newest product. Use what you've got. So when we went down to New Orleans and over to Daytona Bike Week, we left our selfie stick at the house.
Fuck. So
have no idea why we use
it. Is because we're using this a little bit. And now this is a learning curve as well. Got some cool shit on it. A little different to get used to. But this is the GoPro Max 360. So we're learning this as well. Okay? But it's really cool because it has the ears slid down. You guys probably all know all this, but you know, it's cool. And it does really some cool shit. But you got to learn about how to edit it. But anyway, we didn't have the selfie stick, right?
And our selfie stick hooks right up to that. It has the end. It's capable of holding it. Grumps Abrams, sorry. Thank you for upgrading to the 100 octane.
Man, I love his logo. The dude with his crossed arms. Yeah. So anyway, back to this.
We didn't have our selfie stick. And so we went to a Walmart. Their selfie stick was okay, but it was like $40, and I'd so rather we just had our selfie stick. So we bought this $5 cheap selfie stick, and he taped.
I zip tied it.
Zip tied and taped.
So it has the old little topper on it. You know, it didn't have the attachment for the GoPro. So I had a GoPro attachment, so I zip tied it on and had some duct tape and electrical tape, and I electrical taped it on. And everything that we used the whole trip was off this $3 or $4 selfie stick here. That's honestly pretty shitty.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like Steph was just making the point, we just a lot of times make stuff work. And that's another thing. Do your checklist. We do this all the time. We're getting stuff around. We have a week before we leave. We're like, oh, we got a lot of time. 3 days, we got a lot of time. And then the night before, we're like, oh shit, we got to get everything together. We get everything together, and then we forget, for example, a selfie stick. And then we leave it laying there. A checklist is really important, especially whenever you're trying to, you know, have gear and gadgets. And always have a backup. That's another thing we keep going over. We've been trying to really make sure if this camera doesn't work, this camera might. Let's have at least two cameras going, if not 3, when something cool is fixing to happen, we think. And also back your shit up. Can't say that enough. So whenever you get your footage, you get it on the computer, whatever it may be, whatever you're doing, back it up. Back it up.
Yeah, when you start motovlogging, especially if you have a headset and a phone and a GoPro, you're looking at 3 to 4 different devices that have footage that are all going to be, you know, probably 20 minutes to maybe even an hour times 4. And then you've got easily 5 to 6 hours of footage to look through. And that takes up a lot of space, not just time, but like space on your computer. So that's what we do. We have a backup, the external hard drives that we put our stuff on, just because it takes up less room on our computer. We can throw this into our bag, take it with us. Yes. I'm making a mess. Gears and gadgets. You said some of the sketchiest setups have worked the best for you. You went to a depot and bought a paint pole and taped on the GoPro mount before I had before you had your drone. That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Goes back to the balloon thing, just doing some stuff. And
just don't be riding around with that paint pole. It could
paint
poke
pole.
someone's eye out.
Poke somebody's eye out. Yes, that's what we do. That is the cool stuff, though, isn't it? Right? Because
It's fun.
definitely when we were down there at Fleming, we did that. Steph and I actually, it's crazy. So I'm really dramatic. Like I feel like I need to do this stuff, and I got this all played out in my head. So we get down there, get our buddy's bike. We go to Party City or whatever. We get these balloons, get everything.
Slowly.
Yeah, it's sinking. So we get all this stuff that we need for the balloon drone, and then we're on the bike, and there's no way we can go 3-4 miles with those on the bike. So we actually got a lift to come get Steph and the balloons, and then we met right beside the parking lot.
And of course, my lift that came pick me up was like the smallest compact Prius you could ever see.
So we're stuffing.
And the big balloons were bigger than the door opening.
She was super cool. So we squeezed these balloons in. It looked like clown fucking car. They get in there, balloons are all packed in. We get up to a parking lot there beside where the cafe is. Dude, the look on everybody's face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was, damn man, it was just priceless. It was so much fun just to see people like, what the hell are they doing with the balloons? So we rode up there and got the balloons off, and I made our little carrier and strapped it on, and everybody's like, are you putting a GoPro on them balloons? I said, yeah, we're going to make a drone, man. And they're like, oh, shit. So then we started getting a crowd of people watching us. And then, of course, they want to know if it works. And it did. And it was one of the coolest moments we've done yet. Just fun.
I'm going to say, Smitty, this one is for you because there's no fruit in it.
Ah, come on. Smitty.
He gives us hell all the time.
Don't you want to put a little fruit?
Put a little fruit in it.
Put a little fruit in it?
Someone had asked earlier if you could put the 360 on top of your helmet. I believe the 360 mounts just like any other GoPro mount. It's universal.
Yeah, it's the GoPro mount.
I'm not for sure how much of the helmet will show once you do the 360 world view. Of course, you know the 360, you can switch it to the Max. You can switch it to the 360 view or just the standard GoPro video. So you can just record just like a GoPro.
I think, yeah, you can put it on top of your helmet.
So yeah, you could put it on top of your helmet if you wanted to. JC Cycles though had a good point though. He said you could just shave your head and use the suction cup. Yeah. Let's see.
I got a different image in my head. Yeah, that'd be great.
Gears and Gadgets, you said just did a 360 mount on top of your helmet with the Max. It worked pretty awesome. Editing is a bit of a learning curve. It is. The 360, you have to download it into the 360, convert it over into a format that you can edit it in your, it's a process.
It's getting better. Though.
But I want to see what the footage looks like on top of your helmet. I think that's awesome. That's a good point.
So we have some footage of different things. Steph's usually on, she's got the selfie stuff, so she's doing her thing.
Well, our video, the second video, the third video of the Mardi Gras or the kickoff during Mardi Gras, we used the 360 and put some footage of that in our video too. So you guys can kind of see from a distance what that looks like. Kind of gives you an aerial view, kind of spins around. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. It's badass, but it's not only a trick editing, but then you got to figure out where to place it. So I usually am doing a recording, and she's like, "Oh, you sucked at that." So what I did is I put it way up, I brought it down, I brought it up, I brought it down to us, and we started getting that. Now I've kind of got the area where I think it's best at. I've kind of got that in my head, and now I'm figuring out what you need to do to get those cool moments, because it's all view. It's cool. But the thing of it is, it just doesn't last very long. Like your battery doesn't last very long. The memory doesn't last very long. So you've got to really make sure that moment's going to be really cool because you've got to capture it real quick and then turn it off. So,
and talking about capturing, so this is the last tip that we have. Last tip, and that is to research your audience, what they want, and then of course what you're wanting to achieve. All of that ties into not only good quality content, but also entertaining content. You want to be able to capture people's attention, keep their attention, instead of just uploading a video from point A to point B with GoPro footage and music behind it. Throw some other stuff in there and make that entertaining. It's just our opinion.
Yeah, my opinion. Then definitely a lot of people, what people like is Steph's ass, apparently. So what I've been working on, but I don't get to edit the stuff she is. So I've been really working on a little bit more about lower shots so I can get the rumpish in the view. And then I may get a lot of other girls by accident because I'm keeping what's in front of me. So that usually helps. Now we can say whatever we want to though, because you got to have a bike, you know, you got to be like kicking, wow, wow. And then you got to be riding down the road, and then you got to show these amazing shots, and then you got to have some little sex appeal in there. So you got to have a chick or something, all right? And then it's this whole story thing. So we're learning this. Like these videos, we can go back and look at the analytics, and it's crazy. Like it totally makes sense. If you want to do really good at motovlogging, then there's a couple pointers. I think that's key. You can be a really sexy girl on a chick, which we all
on a chick. That's what she said. Sexy girl on a chick.
You
Bam.
Can be a real sexy chick on
goes
a bike.
Wild and goes viral.
And it sells. But you know, you got these real pretty girls riding your bike. Absolutely love it. That really does really good. You can get you a puppy, get you a dog, and throw it on the back.
Oh, Tiger King. Have you guys watched that? Because obviously little baby tigers gets all the chicks.
We watched it. We finished it last night. I kept falling asleep too because it took us 3 nights. I fell asleep. She'd watched so far into it. She's like, I've already seen this. I was like, yeah, I fell asleep. So it took us 3 or 4 nights. Wow, that did not turn out the way.
Baby exotic animals get the chicks. So don't get a puppy. Get you a tiger.
So you go and get you a tiger carrier, put on your bike, and put a tiger in the back. Now that'll make that will happen. That'll make you, right there, right off there.
Anyway, so back to what he was saying. I think he was trying to say finding your niche and finding what your audience wants.
Yeah.
Because of course you don't want to start into something and then change gears and then your content is all about something different, and then your audience is a different audience now. Like if you kind of start out and you want to cover, you know, raising Great Danes and old choppers, then do both of them and have fun with both of them, but don't just do one for a long time, then out of nowhere switch to another one and not give anyone a heads up. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of know your audience and what they are expecting, because they're subscribing to you to watch your videos. And that's what they're expecting. That's what they signed up for.
Yeah, for us, it's riding a fucking motorcycle across the United States. And that's what we do. We ride that damn bike everywhere. You guys expect us to be riding that damn bike everywhere, and you want to see what happens. And we're showing you what happens. But if you're into it for somebody riding their bike to Walmart and picking up toilet paper, cool. And then that's what they're going to make the video. So what you're going to be doing is that's what I would set it out to be. You know, let that be what you're going to do, and just roll with it. But
yeah. And I think you said something else earlier about picking your tone and your personality and just being you. There's, you know, we're on this wave of technology and social media, and everyone is out here on social media, and there's a lot of us out here on YouTube and stuff like that, and try not to be anyone else except for you. And this is so, you know, sappy, whatever, but I always tell the kids that you were born an original, don't die a copy. So just people tune in and people like to know about you and see how you are, because if they meet you in person and you're totally different than what you are on YouTube, it's going to throw some people off. So just be yourself, your personality, have fun with it.
And everything's not going to be perfect, guys. It's like a lot of times,
mistakes. You've got to make mistakes or you won't learn.
Yeah, and I mean, you're going to have those days where it ain't so happy. You're going to have downtime. You're going to have uptime because we're human. But overall, we want to be positive.
Yeah.
And that's what we strive to do. And then when we have those moments of down, well, we try to make that negative positive out of it. And that's what we're doing. You guys are too, or you wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
And I do want to say though, that brings, I might as well just say it to my mind. That goes, I want to tell you too, it's really easy to get discouraged and be like, shit, man. So you'll go look at somebody that's been doing it longer, or maybe they have a niche that just really hung in there and did really good. Maybe they have the right friends, or maybe, I don't know what it is. It's hard not to look at them and then compare yourself to them. It'll kick your ass. So you'll do that, and I do it as well. I'll look at some people and I'm like, wow, damn, man, they're kicking ass. Good. You know, let them do that. Don't measure yourself up to them. They got a lot of other things going for them, you know, and they a lot of things you may not even know that they're doing to get where they're at. They're working hard. I guarantee you. Just try to be thumbs down, and you'll get those heavy bullshit comments, and it hurts. It really does. But let this sink in, though. Even though that person is putting a thumbs down on your video, or maybe doing a rude ass bullshit remark, honestly, it helps your channel because we've dug into it. We have a good rapport with YouTube as far as talking with them. It grows your channel. So all the thumbs downs, thumbs ups, whatever it is, they subscribe to your channel just to give you a thumbs down when you drop that video. Like I think we have some people out there that subscribe to our channel, and as soon as it goes out, just thumbs down. Well,
it could be a video that's like 20 minutes long, and within the first minute, there's a thumbs down. And I don't know how they watched 20 minutes within the first minute, but they did a thumbs down.
Yeah. So with that though, you'll never meet a hater doing better than you.
Yeah.
Thank you. With hammer.
Yes.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. Do your thing, guys. Do it. Go out there and do it. It's your time.
And I think it was Justin that had told us, Bird had told us that he doesn't read any of his comments.
That kid.
He doesn't read any of those comments
until the
end of the day. Because if he starts out first thing in the morning, he checks social media and he sees a negative comment or a comment that's even just kind of mediocre or kind of a shitty smartass comment.
Yeah.
It's on your mind all throughout the day. And just something little like that can ruin your day. To the
prime
point
example,
where,
Justin, Biking Bird, that kid, we know him. And he works his ass off. He really works his ass off to put his. I looked at him like, dude, gosh, and he takes a lot of heat. And we've sat down and talked about it. And hearing him talk, it hurts. You know, I know it hurts him. It hurt me to hear things that he was saying. And but there again, you know, you can sit there and say, well, you guys are on social media. You're putting yourself out there, so you need to expect it. Well, yeah. I mean, if I met you walking down the road and you're out there and you pass by and I punch you in the balls, you can say, well, you put yourself out there, I'll just punch you in the balls. Well, you know, we don't do that face to face, but we're brave enough to do it behind that keyboard. And so you never know, you know, somebody behind the keyboard. I don't know what I'm getting at. I mean, I guess the guy behind the keyboard, we may be walking down the road someday and they may punch you in the balls. I'm like, well, you put yourself out there. So it's not apples to apples, guys. And you don't, like we've had a lot of people say, well, why don't you see who is putting your thumbs down and then block them? You don't know. You don't know who that is.
Yeah, you can't find out who does a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
We get that a lot too, because we have people watching our stuff all the time and they message and be like, dude, this person or this, well, you just got to and I think that's a lot of it too with this vlogging. A lot of us don't want to put ourselves after it. I get it. I don't, at times I'm just like, what the fuck, man? They're just kicking us in the balls. But there again, you know, you get to a point where you're just like, hey, let's put out another video. So, you know, you just keep on keeping on and you stay positive because we got a lot of love out there, man. We have such a good time. I'm big.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's hard whenever it's
That's what
just
she said.
haha. It's hard whenever it's just you. If you're the only one that is controlling your social media. We're a team, and so we're both on there responding to comments, making sure they're liked and everything like that. So if it was just one person, it can get overwhelming. It gets overwhelming to both of us.
Yes.
And I've heard people say, well, this so-and-so doesn't even answer all of his comments, or he never responds to, or she never likes this, and all that. So you guys have to keep in mind too, not you guys, but just people can be cruel. Like, I think Clinton, you had said people can be freaking cruel, and if they're not happy with themselves, they're just going to dish a bunch of negativity. But anyways, if you're putting yourself out there, if you're starting motovlogging, you're going to have those negative comments, and don't take them personal.
Or take them personal.
People are not, if they're not happy, they don't want to see anyone else happy. And it's a sad, sad thing, but
so with
keep
that,
your chin up.
With that being said, guys, the Ornery One. We are not here to bash or hate or spread hate. It's just, I don't want anything to do with it. So if you're here, I appreciate it. Steph and I both appreciate it. Without you guys watching us, there would be no Ornery One. There would be nobody watching what we're doing. It means a lot to us. Mm-hmm. So in return, we're doing the best we can to show you guys what we're doing and have you a part of it. And that's what we go back to, like the Ornery One and the Facebook and Instagram, and then being a member. Being a member supports us, and it continues to let us do what we're doing and speak and have a word. But there's been a couple of times where we've said shit that went against the grain that got our ass in trouble. It stems to a lot of stuff, but we're going to stand up for things that aren't just right. If you do come a member, we have this private group. You guys can be part of that, and it's a safe place to mouth off your thoughts, and as long as you're not bashing anybody, you tell them what you're doing and show the things that you're doing, and nobody's going to be hating on you or saying anything. You don't give a fuck what you're right or where you're right, or even if you do right. We watch that, and we have people on here right now watching shit that's going on, making sure it's on point, and nobody's getting out of line. So we, as the Ornery One, have a non-tolerance to negativity. So this is really cool because we enjoy this. I needed this tonight. I mean, Friday night's my night to talk to everybody. And then
it's like our soap opera.
Yeah, and I absolutely love when we go live with the members because it's even more relaxed in the fact that we just really flow with it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you guys are starting out, another tip I'd say is to connect with some other motovloggers. Connect with, not necessarily just motovloggers, connect with other people that are in that same niche. It doesn't have to be motorcycle content. If you have a buddy, or a buddy that's a buddy of a cousin, try and connect with them. Say, hey, I'm also starting up a YouTube channel, and they could be doing YouTube videos about how to build a kitchen cabinets. I don't know.
If y'all can kind of mash some way and work together.
Because he may have tips that don't work for him, that work for you, or he may have equipment that's like, hey, I've got this brand new camera. I'm really needing blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
So it's all about community and supporting each other.
And it helps too, like if you're starting out, to find those people kind of starting out too, because then you guys can grow together, and then y'all have that camaraderie where you grow. Mm-hmm. And then nobody's like, everybody's like growing together, and it's really cool. We've had some people. We have people that follows from the get-go. They're doing really cool.
But this is all, keep in mind, this is all our opinions, and this is the stuff that's worked for us and that have not worked for us. So please don't take any of this as written in red or black and white. It's a mixture of stuff that is pros and cons, works good, what works doesn't, and I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff out there that we can change and do better. And we're cool with tips and stuff. We're also those same people that don't know how to do this or that and that.
Yeah.
And so,
but I do want to say this too. I want all you guys. I feel like all of us out here in this moto world doing what we're doing. One thing I do challenge you, since everybody's in for these challenges, challenges is ride with a purpose. So when you're out there riding, enjoy yourself. But think about those people that can't be enjoying themselves for some reason.
Never fails. Got to get this emoji out.
You know, think about these people that are maybe going through stuff that can't get out there and ride. Do something for somebody. You know, it doesn't. And so we call it our pay it forward. So we do a pay it forward. We've raised money and we've helped people. You guys can go look at this in our videos down below. You can see what we're doing. So we're not just running our mouths. We really try to do something good. Doesn't matter how small it is. And you don't even have to tell anybody. There's a lot of things we do we don't talk about. And I think that's the way it ought to be. But with us, we've showed what's on my heart, what's on Steph's heart, and then we went out there and we tried to do something about it, and we've done something. So we've done this pay it forward over and over again. And at the end of the day, guys, there's nothing more selfish than going and helping somebody because, like I said, at the end of the day, it makes you feel good. So go do something good for somebody, you know, and stay away from the people that don't like you. Spend more time with the people that do. That's where it is, guys. Just do that. It's super good. You assholes with your crying emojis. We got special emojis too. All right, guys, would y'all tell us something that's going on? Somebody cue in, tell us what's going on. I'm in my own head here and getting pissed.
Yeah, I feel like we've just rambled for, 2 hours now.
2 hours.
And that's nothing new because that's what we like to do. We just ramble about stuff and we get on soapboxes and then we're just like, yeah. So yeah, any questions? I know someone had chimed in a little bit late and asked if we knew anything else about the motorcycle.
We're waiting on the motor. We don't know when it'll be here because of everything that's going on. Kind of sucks. It's. I got to be honest.
It's kind of depressing when you know that you have a motorcycle and then you have these freaking amazing days like this.
Well,
and even though a lot of stuff is happening in the world, it's still that freedom. We're all brought together by that knees in the wind and that feel of the open road and having that sense of being free. And we're making a motorcycle freaking payment each month. And then we can't go enjoy that on this awesome, badass day because of,
you know, you just
mechanical failure. But it happens.
Everything, it's my outlet. It's my outlet. So what I've been doing is a lot of push-ups and I've been running the dirt road here and stuff. But man, for me, I mean, honestly, that's why we're here. If you're here watching this, because we love bikes. And, you know, I could really use my bike right
now. Yeah, there is I know a lot of people say it's wind therapy and stuff like that, but it really does contribute to some mental health. What would you call that? Therapy.
Well, I mean, it's
a good time to clear your head. Kind of think about things.
Yeah, mental health. I had a dude message me the other day, and he's a therapist, and he asked a lot of these great questions, and he thought about doing something on a bike and talking about people with PTSD and did I say that right?
PTSD.
Yeah, thank you.
PTSD.
Thank you. And dealing with shit. What my opinion was on it. And my first opinion was if you're passionate about it, go do it. But as far as mental health, we don't talk about it enough. I know I struggle with it. So.
Do you want to talk a little bit about Maxwell House? Someone, Chris, you just said, have you gotten Maxwell House running?
No. So Maxwell House, Steph and I rode the piss out of that bike, and so it's expensive to have a bike of any kind, I guess. Maybe some out there that you don't have to do as much to, but the old shit that I have in the past, it takes a lot to keep them up. And I let Maxwell House, we just beat the piss out of it. I didn't take care of it real good, to be honest.
I neglected it.
Yeah. And I never really got attached to bikes. I always bought stuff that were cheap, and I figured if they went to shit, I'd kick them over the ditch, set it afire, and walk away. That's how I feel. So this bike, though, started to kind of seep in on me. Like I'm starting to grow a little bit more emotional attached to a machine. So anyway, it kind of needs a lot of attention, and I just let it sit there. And now, my road glide's down, and now I'd like to be riding a bike, so I pulled her out. The last time I rode it was to a funeral, actually, and I beat on it coming home. I was just in a mood, but the last couple times, the head bolts were backing out, so the jugs were probably getting worn. The starter was dragging pretty heavily the last couple times, and it sat there for about a year now. So the battery's dead. I think the starter's just, I messed around with it a little bit and checked the button on it because that's how I was starting it. Anyway, so I put the jump box on it and charged the battery, and I can get it turned over, but it's dragging really hard. And I think and there again, guys, I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know. I don't have it going. I wish I did have it going. I look at it a lot. So starter, battery, and then once I get it running, it needs some attention. I actually tried to get that thing built this winter. I reached out to S&S and see if they would work some kind of deal with me where I'd show content, showing us building the bike at Denny's and do some cool shit to it. But they said their budget was already to the max. We get that a lot. We're not afraid to reach out to people and ask. So wow, I don't know. That's pretty much the rundown. If I get her started though and running, and I'll ride it. I started making a video about it. I'm gonna start talking about it. It's got a lot of parts off, bits and pieces I've kept from my grandpa's. So a lot of cool shit that we've done over the years.
Yeah, a lot of the parts they were stuff that your grandpa's kept.
I got to show you guys this. If you guys were tuning in, Jesus Christ, there's 93 people still watching. You 93 people are going to get the 92 people. You just kick one. So I'm going to show you something off my first chopper. We don't have the chopper anymore. It went to shit, and I just kicked it over and scrapped it. But I kept the old tank.
Get it down.
Yeah.
Someone had asked what kind of Harley Maxwell House is.
Oh, Maxwell House is it's a Evo. I don't know what year it is, in some cheap ass 6-speed Ultima or something. That's what it's got on for the transmission.
I think
the frame is Craft Tech. Kind of looks Paco-ish in a way, but it's Craft Tech. The bits and pieces I've just bits and put it together. So yeah, had an old S&S carburetor, and we took that off and built the stock with CVO carb on it. We redone it. It was running pretty good. So yeah, it's just kind of a hodgepodge. I actually had a buddy of ours build this, Euless Youngblood here in Harrison. He was known pretty good. We lost him last year. So,
yeah, so this is the gas tank.
Yeah, off my first chopper that we built, Suzuki 850.
We don't have the chopper anymore.
So I found this tank, and I named it Suicidal Sins. And Steph, we got this, and
I can wipe this off.
She sat in our bedroom back when we were just dating, and I had these images in my head, and I told her what I wanted on it. So she drew like all this shit, like this key that's in his mouth right now. I have it tattooed right here, and she tattooed this kind of a skull on my arm, not exactly the same, but he's got a highway in his eye. He's got the all-seeing eye over here.
Of course, we've got the Heaven or Hell.
Heaven or Hell. Got a dagger in his nose, and then we've got the hourglass for time run out. The candle, Steph tattooed on my leg down here. It's a candle burning at both ends. So, and then you got the little devil, and then you got a little webbing, which you can't even see my webbing now. So, horns, Suicidal Sins. And then up here in front, which I thought was really cool, it says, It's kind of
I
cool.
would have cleaned this off if I figured we were gonna. It's been hanging up for a while.
Trust the words written in red. Is that not cool? That was before a lot of shit went on, but suicidal sins, trust the words written in red, and then around the edge of it, I wanted a graveyard. And then the graveyard, it has like goodbye, forgive, here lies a liar, follow me, rest in peace. So, and then the gas valve is just,
gosh.
it's an electrical clamp for a wire clasp, and then I got a 1/4-inch wrench that I bent around for the shut off here. Yeah.
And it has holes.
And then, oh yeah, and I put hose all the way through. You
Now
guys
let's
see
see if
me?
we can turn it this way. Okay, wait, go back.
Good, I can look for the camera. Put it in. So it has hose all the way through that I welded all the way through there. And then I put this shit. I always do some crazy shit on my bikes because people think it's dangerous as shit. Like, come on, it probably would have gut you. Yeah, it kind of gives you an idea. I might show that off. That's cool.
And then you want to get the other tank? It's kind of cool.
Okay. This is actually Stephanie's tank that she had on her bike. She had a little 400 Yamaha that we got for her. We got a mason jar lid, and this is actually a pipe fitting. So I welded that pipe fitting in, and this is the cap on it. And then I guess that's JB Weld that we JB welded that on there. Look how rusty that shit. This is old as we've been years.
It's been
now.
a while.
So we just hang it up. So that was her gas cap, and then you can see it has a heart. Steph drew that, so I came up with a real heart. So she drew that heart on there. And at the time, before the Ornery One, I was a poor devil, and so this says "Poor Devil" on it. This is back in the day. We just did nicknames, kind of cool. I always like Poor Devil. There's a little meaning. It's not what you think it is.
Yeah, there's an area over here out in the boondocks, basically called PD Flats, and
My family's from there. Some of your family's from there.
so PD actually stands for Poor Devil.
Poor Devil.
So that's
Flats.
always stuck with us. We name things Poor Devil. We call ourselves Poor Devil. You know,
Poor
just
Devils. So
silly stuff like that. So yeah, the tank says Poor Devil and it has a heart on it.
Yeah, we got some grief too. Like there was some people saying we're like devil worshippers or some shit, and we're just like, what the hell, man? This is just where we're from. And so there again, I didn't even have anything. I think you had a Facebook page, and we posted that. And I think some of the people
I think that was almost back in the day when there was still MySpace.
Yeah. It was weird too because it was some of her old church members that called her out. Anyway, so and it's just awesome. I'll have to find it though, guys. I'll show y'all next time. I have bars
I'll have
that
to
I
do a
made.
show and tell one night.
Yeah, I got bars that I made out of 1/2 inch that I twisted until it broke, and then I weaved it in, so it's all twisted square stock coming up from my handlebars. And I had a buddy that his dad incinerated people, and then his dad died, and then I seen him on his dad's birthday. It was real sad, and we talked through a bunch of shit, and he's like, dude, I want to give you something. So he came over the next day, and he gave me something from his dad. And when his dad incinerated these people, he reclaimed some of the things afterwards. He got a hip replacement. I don't know. So I ended up with his hip replacement joint. So he gives it to me. He goes, TJ, I don't know what you're going to do with this, but I'll know you'll do something with it. So he handed it to me, and of course tells me the story, and I'm like, shit.
I think it's right over there in the locker.
So I carried this hip replacement joint around in my pocket for days and weeks. I'd go in somewhere and we'd eat, and then the little waitress would walk up and serve our food, and I'd lay that hip replacement out on the table. And I said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a real heavy tip if you can tell me what that is. I do it all the time. Well, hell, they didn't know what it was. I'd tell them what it
And
was.
of course, they would pick it up and be looking at it.
And then after it was laid down, they'd flip the switch, oh my God, and it was just funny as shit. And, so I was like, what am I going to do with this? I thought, what better way to show this off? Because my buddy's dad rode bikes, we all rode bikes, than make a clutch handle out of this. So I actually made that hip replacement into a clutch handle. So it's that hip replacement I put on my bike. I rode around with that, man. And then we'd tell stories, we'd go places. Hey,
Kurt,
thank you so much for that super chat. Love that peach.
Yeah, you said the stickers are lame there. Yeah.
Love the peach.
I mean, I like the peach, but I do like
peaches.
that blue pair doing stuff.
I appreciate that so much, man.
Thank you, Kurt.
Thank you again, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, so I got that hip replacement joint on there for my clutch handle, and I'd have people just of course, my old bikes usually bring a lot of attention because of all the shit that's on there, and I'd tell them what it is, and I'd have people flip out. Oh my God, that's bad mojo! Don't you be doing that? And then
they wouldn't touch it.
They wouldn't touch it. They wouldn't. I would not ride that bike, and so anyway, little cool tidbits you may not know about us.
Yeah, don't know what else we would want to share, or you guys would want to know.
Well, we have a lot. Yep. And on Maxwell House, Bacalar, she's got a lot of cool parts. She's got a lot of cool parts.
I think we should do a video.
I'd like to have it
You
running.
started it, though, the other day. But yeah, we can get it running. And just do a video and kind of walk through
It
and
sounds good.
talk about what's on it.
It's got some.
The sissy bar on that, we just kind of drew something up on a piece of paper out here, and then we went over there and.
Oh, wait a minute! I'll show you.
Yeah, I was just looking at it.
So the sissy bar on Maxwell House. Steph is quite the little artist, and I was like, Steph, why don't you draw something up and we'll just make it? So she's like, oh. Started messing around with pinstriping. So still on this little piece of paper. She drew it up, and then we kind of did some measurements out, and that is exactly our sissy bar. It's on the bike, and it looks just like that. And Steph, and it works great because we put a helmet up here and put our backpack on the back, strap it on, and she just leans right up. We got the pitch right, so when she sat on there, I welded it up, got it all mounted. It's badass.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, we had we had a couple of sketches and
so this is
numbers and stuff. But yeah,
one of them.
We're weird like that. We keep these. We keep these things all the time.
Yeah, we got a lot of this stuff. So anyway, making something out of nothing. And if you guys seen my post on my story the other day on Instagram and on Facebook, you can see I took an electrical cover for your electrical box, and I cut that out, and it sits on top of my battery on the chopper, and you can open where you'd open to get to your fuses on your electrical panel for your house is where you get into the battery.
Mm-hmm.
It really turned out cool. It's badass.
It's pretty cool.
But cool shit you may not know about.
Let's see.
It's over 2 hours when you guys are watching stuff. She's topping one.
Yeah, sorry, just the topping. Yeah, so just to recap, we wanted to share with you guys our 3 essential tools that we always use, and just some tips. So if you guys are not subscribed yet and you liked this content, subscribe. Also, if you want to share the video, that would be awesome. We are giving away the 10C Pro.
Yep.
Yes. The 10C Pro. We're going to give it away April 1st for Fool's Day. And so we're just asking to share the video or share the post that we make about the winning Casino product. And comment and tag some people.
Yeah, you guys. And then you're more than welcome, like we always say, to become a member. What a member does is it supports us. And then we give you extra content and some added benefits as well. Get some perks in there. And we're growing and we're changing and we're morphing into this everyday things. We're growing. And we're thinking of new things. We give them a lot of opportunity to help us, and then we rely on them quite a bit, actually.
Yeah,
becoming more and more, really.
Yeah.
Oh, right on here. Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much, man. You guys are awesome. And
he said, "You guys are awesome. The show and tell idea is awesome."
Yeah,
yeah.
We need to do a little bit more
that.
of that. That's maybe something we do for sure. Now we'll be going live next Friday night at 7 o'clock. Around 7 o'clock. I have no idea what we're going to be talking about. But tonight we just felt like it'd be a little bit insight. We had so many people asking about vlogging and recording, so we thought we'd touch base on that. Anything? Go ahead, Mama.
Oh, I was just going to say, if there's anything else that you guys have questions about, any questions about Premiere Pro, I'm not an expert. I just learned how to use Premiere Pro this year or last year, but you guys are more than welcome to message me and ask me any questions. I know a couple of y'all had asked about editing. If it's Final Pro and stuff like that, I am clueless on it. But if you are using Premiere Pro and you're stuck or you have a question, I have a couple of references and good people that are very fluent in the program that can help out too. Just if you're stuck, we're all in this together, and you've got a friend in me.
A little bit more than that.
Yeah. So.
A little bit about us. So, with that being said, guys, my catchphrase, we sure do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in tonight to take the time to talk and chat. And we appreciate all the super chats, all the kind words. We appreciate all the new members and the upgrades in the members. Like Steph was saying, either tomorrow or the next night, Saturday or Sunday, we'll go live with our members and we'll do the reverse drawing. We'll chat a little bit. I'll give you a little bit more insight on what's going on with us and what we're thinking about doing. Yeah, it depends a lot on that over as well. So you're more than welcome to come and member. We'd really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, you could do that if you would. It means a lot to Stephanie. Give this little girl right here a big old thumbs up because she's working. She absolutely loves it.
I like it.
She's good. She's good. She's good. Give her a little love, guys. I know we all need some love.
We just got a notice. Your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try to reconnect.
I've been looking at that.
So if we glitched out, sorry there, guys.
So we surely appreciate, like I'm saying, you guys tuning in. It means a whole lot to us. We enjoy this, and I look forward to it. I know Steph does as well. If you guys have any ideas of what we should be talking about or what you'd like to see next, let us know. If you have anything negative, keep it to yourself. I really don't give a shit. Well, with that, guys, you want to read anything before we sign off here?
Not much. They're in New Zealand, so you can't go anywhere. I know a lot of you guys are either locked down or quarantined or told not to go anywhere except for, of course, essential places. So we are thinking about everyone. Just keep the spirits high. Make sure that you connect with other people. Talk to other people. It's not healthy to stay home all by yourself all the time. So even though the government says stay home, sometimes you may just need to go out and go for a ride. So definitely do that. If not, you guys can connect with us like always. You guys I know are on the Facebook group. You guys are doing a lot of talking and keeping up with everybody. That's a lot of fun. I'll let everybody read. A lot of stuff coming in right now. We're going to social distance ourselves on the bike tomorrow. That is a great idea. How are you guys doing after the corona outbreak in New Orleans? How are we doing? We're doing great. We got buddies out in New Orleans who are doing fine as well. There's been some shit going on. Yep, we feel things happen for a reason, and I do believe, I'm so glad that we had planned it already that we were going to go from New Orleans to Daytona, stay at Daytona for about 4 days, and then head back. So we were already heading back before all this stuff broke out in Daytona. Of course, Bourbon Street, New Orleans is all shut down and everything. So, I mean, that timing was good, but some of our other timing is not so great. Sometimes it just, but everything is going to be just fine. We're looking on the brighter side of things, and we're going to stay positive for the health of all you guys. Thanks, man. Thank you, James. Tate, making me drink my beer. Drink my beer fast. If you guys weren't tuning in earlier, James challenged him. And then Rose had to chug his beer for $5.
Get her hair in the mix of it all.
Her hair. You got to bring up her hair. I love it.
I do too. And I do want to say, guys, you guys support each other. Give a little love out.
Yes.
Y'all love on each other every time you can. Give a little bit of that. International, wherever you are, just do a internet hug. It means a lot. Positivity, guys. Let's stay positive. Thank you, Kurt, so much for that. Appreciate that. You guys.
Thank you, guys.
We'll be thinking of everybody. Steph and I are fixing to get done with this. We're going to cook a little supper, eat a little bit.
It's going to be a late supper, which I cooked it before we went online, and then my daughter texted and she put it in the oven, so it should be ready by the time we come in.
That's right, guys. Thank you guys so much for just. I'm going to read this.
What's the status of the road tide?
Okay. Status on the, and I just cannot.
I think you're needing glasses.
I know. The road glide is in limbo because of everything that's going on. We don't know where the motor is. So we're getting a brand new engine, but the engine, we don't know if it got done on the line before they shut down and shipped, or maybe it's sitting on the dock. So I don't know, man. And honestly, Denny's is shut down as well now. So I don't know. We don't have a clue. We don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. But Steph and I are safe and everybody's healthy, so we're doing okay.
Yep.
No doubt about it. No, it was not the oil pump.
No.
Nope.
Nope. They had found some abnormal wear in the front cylinder.
Yeah, and something went weird there. We had circulation, so oil pump was running. It wasn't the oil pump. We had a lot of that. Then we had a lot of people ask if it was for the upgrades. It wasn't from anything from the upgrades. It was stage 2. So they don't know. And I mean, I know the sound. You can go, we don't have that video on there. If you're a member, you can go see the video of the bike.
Yes.
As it happened. And so once again, another perk that we do give our members, we give them extra insight and they can see what's going on with us. So we put a video together. I went to recording right when it happened, as far as me just getting off the road, getting off the bike, and then you can hear the thing running, and you can see us starting to troubleshoot it and get into it. Thank you, man, for that super chat. There's the Perry's flying.
Okay.
I hadn't seen the pair.
I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna say Kahana. I hope I'm right this time. I know earlier whenever I said it, I may have butchered it, but you said it was all good because you've been called worse. But I'm going to try and say Kahana. I don't know, but I appreciate that super chat, and I love the blue pair.
Yeah, he's flying.
It's like a flying moose.
No shit. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Steph, and I'm both good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So the members, as a member, 100% octane, you can go see that video, and you can see us starting to look into the bike, troubleshooting it. I started troubleshooting from the time I pulled over, and then boys from Denny's got there to pick me up. We started troubleshooting in the truck as we were loading it. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, what do you think? I'm recording the whole time. We're talking about it. And honestly, pretty close to what Chad was saying. It was because of the sound and what I felt, and I tried to describe it and the smoke that was coming out of it. So, yeah, you can see a lot of insight on the bike right when it happened. We have that video on there.
Like the big kahuna.
Kahuna! Got it. Now I know. I was going to say that. Kahuna. Yeah.
I wasn't for sure if it was a name or a nickname or just a word. And, I know some of y'all, some of the handles aren't always a name, but it looks like it could be a name, and then you try and say it, and I just butcher it sometimes. Yeah.
Some people, they butcher our name.
DJ.
Yeah. JT? I'm like, no, it's DJ.
We've had so many people say JT. It's like they will find a way to butcher it. We're all human.
Well, I just had that another anomaly. That raindrop anomaly.
You heard that?
Yeah, it hit me in the forehead.
I don't see it.
So
we have a raindrop
phenomenon
sound that happens every once in a while.
You're crazy as hell.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you about it
Seriously? You gonna tell
at a
me?
different time
Yeah.
on a different video. A raindrop phenomenon.
Weird shit. Not only feel it out of nowhere in this building, but also hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, you spit on it.
No, not me.
All right.
Okay, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's about 2.5 hours, so I appreciate you guys sticking in there and chatting with us. We've had fun. We've enjoyed it. I hope that any of our tips or anything like that may make it easier as far as your new motovlogging adventure, or if you've been doing this for a while, maybe you can learn something from it, and maybe we can learn something from you guys too. So definitely let us know what you guys think, if this is something you guys would like to see more of, what you'd also like to see from us, if you'd like, other content, whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just rambling now.
I'm reading comments. So.
Yeah, I'm usually reading comments and you're rambling, so now we switched. So yeah, we're gonna sign out and go get some dinner.
Right on, guys. Thank you so much. Here I go. You ready? I'm just like, boom. No joke, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like always, we appreciate everything you do for us, and comments, super chats. Everybody become right here, be a new member. Thank you so much, Kurt. We appreciate that so much. Follow along with us. You can go find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We have a website, the Ornery One. You can find our merch there. Like I was saying, I'm sorry, guys, but I got to do my pitch. You can become the Ornery. You can be an Ornery One member. We really appreciate it as well. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. If you don't mind, it means a lot to us. And we'll see you next week somewhere around 7 o'clock, definitely on Friday. This weekend, we'll be going live with our members to give that giveaway. We're going to give away every month that we do. And on April 1st, we'll be giving away this action camera from Sena. You definitely want to go check that out. And hopefully somebody will get it to be something really cool, because I want to see. And like always, y'all stay on there.
Bye.